Hi there, welcome back to the Roy Tech channel. We are now in the second series of our Udo training tutorial. Remember that in the past series, we have I have shown you the objectives of this whole thing. We'd like to introduce this to our students, and we want to give them the necessary background for installation and administration. And okay, most important of all, is to train them to do active development using the community edition, or even they can use it for the enterprise edition. So we have done the first portion of the series, and for this sequel we are going to proceed directly to part 4 by popular demand and by changes in the schedules of our classes in the university where I'm teaching. So in this sequels in this sequel we are going to do an Udo development tutorial, and it will be a long and extensive one. Okay, we'll start with a quick installation of a blank Udo. We are going to develop, by the way, a hotel guest registration, billing, and collection system, the application which I have just implemented in Udo. Okay, and I'm going to start with a blank Udo project. Fortunately, we will not have a hard time anymore because we have fixed our requirements.txt. Remember in video 8 of the first portion of this first series of this tutorial, where we had difficulties handling our requirements.txt. We'll not have that anymore. And then I'm going to introduce to you what an Udo project is, and then give you a walkthrough of the Udo folders and the Udo code. And then right away we will start with the Udo model with the basic fields like characters, integers, floats, okay, and maybe images. And then we will proceed to a very important type of field which is called one-to-many fields. Okay. We will introduce the models that we are initial models that we are going to use in our hotel guest registration app. It's called the charges model because hotels have charges. We will introduce the room types and the hotel documents, and then I will give you basic Udo views, menus, and actions. Okay, introduce you what they are, because by the way, the Udo API no longer deals with HTTP endpoints, and that's a very good feature because they're very difficult to handle. In fact, we are only going to deal with menus and actions, something very normal for non-technical users. I will introduce you to the manifest.py. By the way, when I walk you through the uh, Udo folders and codes, I'm also going to introduce you to the init.py of Python. Now, in the views portion, I'm going to discuss what manifest.py is, and then introduce you to a very important component, okay, in an Udo app, which is called the IR model.access.csv. This gives the initial access of the basic user of your application. Okay, and then we will build our first app and set an app icon, and we will proceed to the guest.py. Okay, another model, okay, which we will create from scratch. I know we have contacts, but since we are beginners, we are going to build guest.py from scratch. No? We will use a special feature called computed fields, okay, to compute the full name of a guest using the last name, first name, and middle name. And we will also compute the age in years given a birthday. And then I will introduce you to a very important type of field which is used in Udo headers and dashboards. It's called selection fields. We will create the guest registration model, during which we are going to discuss a lot of views and actions, rather uh, fields, different types of fields and actions. No? Now in Udo there are two types of actions. There are view actions or XML function actions, and there are Python actions. Okay, actions are actually uh, events that are generated when buttons are pressed. No? Like when you email a purchase order, or when you uh, send, or rather convert purchase requisition to email sent, and so on and so forth. So there are two ways to handle an action. No, in a menu, no, the action is used to open the necessary form or list view when a button is clicked in the menu, and in a header, uh, the action is used to call the corresponding Python function, okay, that will perform the logic behind the action. Okay, so we are going to do that in the guest registration model, and then we will build the guest registration view with a header. uh, we will introduce you to buttons, okay, and of course button actions, no? In the earlier portions, I will introduce you to menu actions. In part 14, I will introduce you to Python actions, okay, the two types of actions in Odoo. I will introduce you to view functionalities like making groups, sheets, and notebooks. And then we are going to have a specific example of separating active and inactive guest registrations using actions, no? And a particular Postgres SQL stored procedure that is used in creating the 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 bill, the initial bill, and upon check-in of a guest, no? And then uh, changing the status of a guest registration from, for example, draft to reserve to check in and check out upon check out, and then probably cancellation. Okay. Now we are also going to discuss, no, a very important uh, topic in the development process. It's called the usage of transient models. Transient models are used to ask input from the user using wizards, and then we will demonstrate how the wizards are used to create guest bills. We will discuss excuse me again, a special facility called the context, Odoo context. Odoo context is a facility that will allow you to pass parameters among different types of functions from one portion to another, like from a view, which is actually a user interface, to a Python action, and vice versa, without having to use localized uh, excuse me, storage, rather local storage and session storage in your browser. Okay, that's called context. No, the nearest equivalent for that for JavaScript developers is the use context hook in React. And then we are going to demonstrate how to use QWeb. QWeb is a different language, different HTML language that is used to generate PDF reports. We are going to create the bill, no? The guest bill, and demonstrate sending of emails to the guests. Now there might be changes along the way. I will inform you, no, on what changes are, because this is just a draft of the topics that we are going to cover. They may not be necessarily one topic, one video, no? So one topic may come in different videos depending on the complexity. I hope this will help you a lot, and I'm excited to start, okay, the first topic. Thanks for watching, and see you in the first video tutorial. Bye for now, and have a good day.